Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the first live stream of the year. Hope you all had a great festive period and all that good stuff. But we are here to answer your questions, me, Chris, and we are sponsored by the News Guy. The logo is above, the link is below if you're interested in digital PR. But yeah, we are here back again to answer your questions. So any questions you've got, put it in the live chat. I can't believe the old Grinch guy's sitting here now. This is Chris's fault. He was asking who he was.
I'm like, who's that sitting next to you?
Fucking Grinch.
The Grinch.
It's bad days, mate. I wake up next to the Grinch every morning. Just now, I know. I think she bought him at one of these stupid Christmas things you go to go and see Santa or whatever, and he's seen a big Grinch and he came home with it, but. Dude, it's been in the fucking bed ever since. So
I sleep next to Cena, so you're doing good.
Yeah. At least Grinch could potentially pass as a woman.
Yeah. Yes, could be.
But,
you get a couple loggers in.
Exactly.
Like, hey there, Grinchy. You're soft.
But what did you do over the festive period? Anything exciting, or did you chill out, or?
Yeah, no, we got a puppy, so we've been training him. Building snowmans. It snowed, so we were building snowmans, training the puppy, playing with the puppy. Then it was little Chris's birthday on the 2nd, so we had 40 of his buddies show up. I couldn't believe it. I was mind blown. 40 kids just in pure pandemonium.
Oh man,
it was awesome. They had other than that, I was hanging out with the little Chris, hanging out with the puppy, working on some business stuff. We got a new young lady to be the in-between. So that's it. A little bit of work. Spending some time with little Chris. He's getting big now, man. I feel like he has buddies. He's hanging out with them and
that's when the fucking problems start.
Yeah, I'm like second coolest guy now. I'm like starting to get a little butt hurt, to be honest. So I'm getting more into the business now because Chris is, how about yourself?
Dude, I was dead over Christmas and New Year, literally dead. I got the flu, like the real flu, the one where your fucking legs hurt and everything, man. Like I was in my bed up until probably 2 days ago. I was fucking bedbound, dude. I could not get my head up off the pillow, man.
Are you in your bed right now?
Yeah.
Dang, that's.
I'm not like in my bed because I'm unwell. Like I'm just in here because it's comfy and it's the only room in the house where I get peace and quiet.
Like the bathroom.
In that other place where I used to do live streams from.
Yeah.
I've got another room there, which one corner of it is the camera and all the stuff. Yeah. And the other half of it's like a games room, but his PlayStation and all that's in there. So I could be sitting in a live stream and I'm in the doghouse. I'm in the doghouse. He's banging on the fucking door. Daddy, hurry up. So it's easier just to fucking sit in here. So my house has been fucking taken off me. So I hide in my room. So not because I'm unwell, just because it's comfier and a bit more peaceful in here. Because you know what it's like if you try and keep him back from that computer for an hour, because he finishes school. It's 5 p.m. here. He finishes school like 3, comes home, does a little bit of homework, gets his dinner, and then he wants to play for a few hours. So I can't, and then we're on here sitting chatting shit, and he's fucking banging in the. You're like, nah,
let's go.
Yeah, so
sounds like my house.
Richest Domain says, Happy New Year, happy birthday to little Chris.
Thank you.
And the 40 children. Yeah, that's not a good idea, man. My wife takes care of the parties and shit.
It was awesome.
I don't even show face at those, man. Fuck that.
We rented out we go to this gym. It's called Northern. They have a weird name, like Northern something. Well, they do like parties, and they have like pickleball courts, tennis ball courts. They have batting cages, basketball courts. It's all inside, so you can rent that out, and then you get to pick a section. So we picked the basketball court, rent it out. 40 kids came. I was blown away. I've never had 40 people come to my birthday. You know? I was thinking like, oh man, we're going to need like 30 pizzas, bro. Like, this is crazy. Little did I know, though, they only eat one slice. They didn't want to eat. See, I'm thinking, oh, parties is all about eating and drinking, right?
Yeah. I don't know.
No,
That's
that's
for
the kids.
adults. Nah, these guys just
They
want
were ready. One piece, they were right back to playing. So
Yeah.
I had a great time. Chris was happy.
As long as he's happy and his little mates are happy.
That's right. You know.
You've won. You've
Little
won.
mates. It's little mates.
But here is the first question of the day from Aludin. Chris, how many local citations should we do per GBP?
So this is wildly dependent upon the niche or the category you're in. So what I would do, you know, you can do your general because we sell a deliverable, but then we have monthly clients. Let's just say it was a monthly client. So if we have a monthly client, what we're going to do is we're going to look at the category. Let's say they're a personal injury lawyer. They do cars, they do truck, they do train, they do brain, they do pedestrian, and they do bicycle accident. And then they operate in 5 different cities. So what we'll do is we'll look up each service in each city and we'll see who the top players are. There'll be not discrepancies, but there'll be a repetition of people. So once we decide or determine who's the winner inside the map packs and who's the winner in organic consistently, we'll then analyze and take a look at their paid and their, it could be general, but usually they only have 5 or 6 to 12 general citations or directories. But then we're looking at niche specific, location specific, and any paid citation or directory. So the amounts will vary, but how we determine is by looking at the winners for each service in each location, and then we'll create a list, and then I have Riyadh build it. And that's how we do it.
Yeah.
That's exactly what we do. So it could be, if I have to put a number on it, I would say it can be anywhere between 25 to 60, somewhere in that range.
Yeah.
But that's directories, citations, paid, and free. And that includes aggregators. So that's how we do it.
But I like how you've given a kind of rough idea of a figure, because I think a lot of people in their head think it's thousands or
oh no,
whatever. Someone actually asked that in the mastermind. I'm pretty sure it was last week, or I don't know if it was the mastermind or someone out with asked me a question, but they're like, how many? Or they were talking about their GMBs tanking very quickly, and I've got the feeling that they were overcooking the citations, because they seemed to be doing everything right, but they were talking about like literally hundreds at the start of citations, where I've always I would go to SEObuilder.com for citations, just because I've used that guy for a long time. He does a starter package of 35.
Yeah.
I always started with that and then seen where it landed, and if I needed to get another package or whatever, some more, then I would top up, but it would never be fucking, hundreds. There's always guys out there that are selling crazy gigs and all that, but that's just
see that.
Yeah, it's fucking mad.
Like, I'll see those dudes on Fiverr, like 350, and then I'm like, all right, send me a report. Like, I want to see a sample, because we're always looking for ideas.
Yeah.
And then you're looking through it and you're like, that's a web 2, that's a web 2, that's a web 2. Okay, that's a directory. Nah. And then once we realized that Bright Local we scraped the Bright Local for all their outbounds, and they have like 4,200 outbound links. You take out all the social media and the web 2s, and you're left with a really nice list.
Yeah.
Which is category specific. So we just build that and whatever the winners have generally.
Yeah.
Easy, but in the hundreds, no.
Yeah.
We've gone ham before. It's fun, but not necessary.
But I would like with that SEO builder, they've got like $60 for 35 citations. Then they've got a middle and a large package. If it was New York or something, of course, I would go a little bit heavier. I wouldn't go for the basic. I would maybe go for the middle or the bigger package. But yeah, certainly never thousands. Just put it that way, Eludin. So I always like to tell that story, just because so many guys come to me and they're like, dude, this GMB, and you're like, dude, you fucking burnt that GMB alive, man. Like, what have you
crazy?
What have you been fucking doing here?
And then they'll build them to the CID, or they'll do the website ones and then they'll start building them to the GBP. And I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you for buying the services, but you're insane.
So good to see you, mate. Which CMS best works with AI automations, WordPress, etc.? So for any kind of automation, I'm assuming like content.
It doesn't have to be WordPress. I think still the vast majority of websites are still that come to me for local businesses are still utilizing WordPress. So, but every site works with Zapier. Why? What kind of custom, what are you creating? One of those MCP servers or what do you got going on? Most of the time, 99% of the time, the businesses don't need what they're setting up. They don't need what they think they need. But but everything works with Zape or whatever you're doing. Like what? It doesn't matter. But WordPress is great.
Yeah. No, I think WordPress is still up there for me. I've had a few debates with people who are like, nah, WordPress this gets hacked all the time, blah blah, and I'm just like, I mean, 70 or 80% of websites worldwide are on fucking WordPress, man. It's
a lot of people are using WordPress.
Yeah,
yeah,
and I'm just comfortable with it. I've tried some other CMSs, mate, and I tried the. Tried Duda. I've tried Flow. Is it Flow? What the fuck was it? Something Flow. I tried a few, and I always just go back to WordPress. I'm just like, fuck this. It's too much. Too much of a learning curve. Yeah.
I like Webflow. You tried Webflow. That's it. Right?
That was it. Yeah.
Yeah, they have pretty automation.
That was all right, but it was just a bit fiddly, man. It's just if you've used WordPress for all these years, it's fucking hard. I don't like change, man. I'm too old to be fucking around.
I like simple and scalable. But too, I was looking at Webflow because it makes that pretty design and it has that headless feel. So we built some sites using, there's another system that's like Webflow. It's called PineGrow. We've utilized that. I like that. I've had some clients we put up on Wix. I like Wix.
Yeah.
Duda, we not so much anymore, but WordPress is still, most businesses that come, they have WordPress.
Yeah.
So what I'm not going to do is rebuild everything. I'm good.
Webflow, that was it.
Yeah, I just like Webflow.
Webflow was okay. Webflow.
Yeah, it's pretty, but I don't want to use your server. I use my own servers. You know?
Carlos, long time no speak. What's the best way to do local entity research in 2026? How do we find the hidden landmarks that Google uses to rank us?
By looking at true authorities, not just in your hyper-local area, and figuring out where they have placements. That's it. What else would you look? So I've most of the time you'll look at winners that are in your hyper-local area, because I can only speak for local businesses, and they'll get so attached to what Google's showing at the very top, and that's not generally the case. Where else are they being placed? What makes them a true authority? And then look around, look in other cities, big cities. Yeah. Where are they placed? And I think you'll find your hidden landmark that you're looking for, or hidden landmarks.
Yeah. Hopefully that helps, Carlos. Uncle Dave. Have you met Uncle Dave before, Chris?
Maybe. I don't recall, though. I mean, I've met a lot of people, but I might like him. He likes motorcycles.
Dude, you and Uncle Dave are very, very similar characters, man. I think you get on like a house on fire. I don't know. I don't know if you've met him. Dave always goes to the fucking events in Asia. I can't remember if he was in the Philippines or not. Can't mind, but he's tried loads. He says you'll end up struggling to get people to look after them if the person who built the site disappears. Yeah, that's the other thing as well. It's anyone can do WordPress, or you can go out there and get a lot of people to work in WordPress, where some of the other obscure platforms, I've got an e-com site that's built on Ruby on the Rails, and I think I've told this story before publicly. Dude, it's fucking old, it's dated, it was built by a guy, and the guy's been trying to leave us for a while. Like, he wants to just fuck off. He works on Shopify and all that now, and the guy's like, dude, just like, I'm like, mate, please
Stay right here.
let's see alive, man. Please, you're killing us here. And the guy's been trying to escape for a number of years. And dude, no one else wants to touch this fucking website. We've tried to get other people, and they're just like, it's like all custom built bits put on top of the other, and the fucking thing's a mess, man, a mess. But it makes decent money. There's never a good time to just fucking rip it down and stuff, because it integrates with the delivery people and all that stuff as well. So it's one of those where we're like, man, hold it, guy, mate, you need to fucking stay here because no one else wants to touch this.
I had a suit guy like that. And in suit, his site was it was getting crazy traffic, and we worked with him, but he was at the mercy of the developer. I have a question for you, Craig. I recently, if you don't mind.
Yeah, go for it.
It could help others too. How far out? Let's say you have an asset. It's doing 46,000 monthly visitors. It's progressing. They recently, let's say in the last 6 months, previously before the changes, they switched everything and they categorized everything to make it look like a Shopify site. So they put collection, and then they would have their main pages, right? So collection and then pages, but all the collections are under collection, and the collection is 404. So, but previously they had all their products, because it's an e-com site, underneath the root, and it was doing 246,000 hits a month.
Yeah.
6 months ago, they changed it and categorized everything. And the only thing that's bringing in traffic now that's still doing well is the stuff that's off the root.
Yeah.
When I go look at the Wayback Machine, everything was off the root. It was doing well, but they wanted to update the site. When they updated the site, they updated everything. So the question here is, how far, if it's been 6 months, but they're not picking up traffic yet, we're not going to disrupt the stuff that's bringing in traffic already. Yep. That's going to stay.
Yeah.
How far out would you say, hey, you know what, we're just going to leave it and wait the time? Like, it's only been 6 months before reverting back the way it was. Would you let it?
I wouldn't. Dude, 6 months is fucking. I would have changed before then. Yeah. I mean, I would have reverted back a lot quicker. Listen, the argument is, it's if you're doing it off the root. Now, I've got a lot of old websites that I have, and in hindsight, I used to build a lot of stuff off the root, and it is the way it is, and I'm not going to fucking try and change that. And I've had people over the years trying to suggest, oh, you should change this and change that, but it's going to fucking cost me money, so why would I fucking change it, you dumb fucks? So it's one of those things where, in hindsight, people can argue you've got to, have this nice silo structure, blah 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 blah. If it's making money, don't fucking touch. I would even go against moving to something like Shopify because of you can't modify the URL structures. You get that collections and shit. And for me, after 6 months, I mean, that shit ain't coming back. You're going to be asking the same question in another 6 months' time, whereas I would have said, fuck this. I need to get that money back. Let things come back, and then we will fucking change things in a fucking much slower scale, section by section, product by product, or whatever. Right. But I would, 6 months is insanity to me.
We wouldn't even have done it to begin with. Yeah. But if you were doing 200 plus hits a month 6 months ago,
yeah.
Now, yes, there's been updates, but the stuff that you left is doing great.
Yeah.
At this point, would you let it still stay, or would you revert back the way it was?
I would still revert back to the way it was.
Okay, that's what I said. No.
Clean slate, get me back to where I was 6 months ago, and then we can fucking debate what's the best way forward from there?
Yeah, better optimize it. Get rid of these categories that. And then what do you think about this? So that was my recommendation. I see this a lot. I'm seeing sites where they'll have, like we'll just say it's sneaker / and then they have the different types, right?
Yeah.
But this top level category is a 404.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen this before?
No.
You never saw that before, where the top level page, it's like they just created the category. Okay, so you never saw it before. I've seen it a couple times. Even on big sites, I've seen it. What I don't understand, what's the purpose of this?
They probably argue it's kind of user-friendly navigation or something, but nah, fuck that.
Yeah, like you're pointing all the authority is pointing to a dead page.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense to me. But if you never saw it, then so to me, it's that top level is everything. Like that's your internal linking hub right there. Like, what are you doing?
You're fucking things up badly by that's just
insane.
Yeah.
That speaking of though, we ran a test. I did a small little test privately that I shared with a few gents. But then we took it. I work with a law firm that has a bunch of assets. And on one of their assets in North Carolina, we did the play where we were creating informational content, like 50 different pieces, hitting all of the variations.
Yeah.
And then we were internally linking from these pages, but they were just skeleton pages essentially. I would say that was an effective strategy.
Yeah.
Ended up being an effective strategy.
Yeah.
Yep. It's a follow no index page. Yeah, that was interesting. So if anybody was curious, we talked about that about a month ago. It worked out pretty good.
Yeah.
Did I get a Christmas bonus? No. But I bring back some more campaigns. Yep. So that's that little tidbit.
Also, if you keep smashing links at a page and it ranks in the top 5 eventually, but then falls onto page 2, what do you do then? So you're smashing links at it, it gets up to position 5, and then it fucking drops onto page 2.
Well, how long ago did I stop building the links? And how long has it been sitting at number 2? Would be my first question. And then the next thing would be, let's just sit and wait and see. But if it gets to be 45 days, 2 months later, and I'm still strong at 2, I would do a reanalyzation of those top 10, top 11, and figure out where my deficit is.
I mean, something else here, so obviously very hard to say without, but the first thing that springs to my mind when I read that is, if I've ever got up towards the top end of page 1, and then I flip onto page 2, there's always a kind of cannibalization issue, which pulls you back onto page 2. I'm not saying that is the case here. It could be something else or whatever, but that would be one of the first things that would spring to my mind when you see such a drop like that from like top 5 right onto page 2. Google or maybe maybe you've got pages cannibalizing against each other and stuff like that. But again, like Chris says, you can wait and see or reanalyze and make tweaks or whatever to get it obviously back up there. But typically, I can't say, anyone I've ever known anyone to just constantly smash links at the one page. You push it, and then you can take your foot off the gas and maybe do a few sporadic ones. So I don't think you've done anything in terms of wrong in the link building sense as such. But again, hard to say without seeing it. But I certainly wouldn't be building link after link after link, and then if you stop, all of a sudden your rankings fucking slip. I've never seen that happen. Obviously, slowly you could maybe start to see yourself drift out, but you would just build a couple of links every couple of months or whatever to keep that up there. But did
the overall velocity to the site go down? And you arise a very interesting point there. True cannibalization, I understand the clicks, But if he's analyzing Search Console and takes a look at that page, whatever the key term is, and I start seeing other pages where there's not clicks, but I'm starting to see a huge spike of impression, would you nip that in the butt? I would call that a cannibalization issue, and I would want to address that immediately.
Yeah.
Just because there's not clicks, that doesn't mean that it's not a problem brewing, right? Or no?
It obviously depends, but you've got to use your experience to go. If you think there's a problem brewing, then nip it in the bud straight away. It's you've just got to treat everything as you see it. But if you spot something that looks a bit suspect or whatever, I would fucking nip it in the bud straight away, man. If I know it's not anything I'm doing, I'm going to nip things in the bud pretty quickly, man, just in case.
Little nip. You're not concerned with. So if you had a page and it dropped to page 2, and then I go and look in Search Console, and magically a new page in the last month when I drop is getting 2,600 impressions.
Yeah.
Clicks haven't changed yet. This little bad boy is moving up in rank and gaining impression share.
Yeah.
Will you want to address that page, perhaps? No?
Yeah, of
Let
course.
it ride?
Yeah. No. I would
Okay. All right.
I'm not going to let. Are you talking about someone else's page?
Yeah.
I'm not going to fucking sit back and watch someone come and take my fucking cake. Why would you do that?
All right.
That's not the game. The game's the game, man.
How long do you think Google's memory is? When let's say you were to acquire an asset, and you know how you can flip it. We know 6 months, definitely we could flip it. It might not go in the exact same position, but if it was page 1 6 months ago, if I recreate the page, it'll probably go.
Mm-hmm.
How long do you think that window is?
I don't think it's any longer than a year, put it that way. I've always maintained the sooner the better, but I think, I've seen aged or expired domains that have been sat for 2 years with fuck all on them, and those are the ones that you struggle to get to come back. So I think I would probably hazard a guess a year tops, if that. It might even be slightly less, but like you say, you can get it to pop if it's 6 months, but when you're doing it 18 months or 2 years down the line, they don't fucking pop. And you're like, motherfucker.
But I'm wondering, to go right back to that same position.
Yeah.
You think it's less than 90 days?
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. Because I did that with the GSA page, and it didn't go back to number 1, but it's sitting at 5. And that was a 7-month window.
Yeah.
And it went right back. I'm playing around with my mastermind page right now. So, that's your shot, man. You should get in there. I would like to get in there. I need some competition. These guys are light work.
Kazra goes after the old mastermind. His conference is called the Masterminders, but he goes after.
Yo, I'm selling, Kazra. Get at me, and I'll give you the list. Come see me. You got 10? Come see me. You want number 1 spot and the domain? I'll give you the list too. 10 G's.
But Lee is asking, 3-year-old website, some SEO via questionable black hat world packages. New SEO guy wants to disavow a ton of links he thinks are toxic. Insanity. Is that a good idea?
Insane. Well, in my opinion, there's pluses and there's neutrals. If something's a low DR with low equity, Google generally is going to overlook it if it's not category specific. So if there's a bunch of links pointing to this site and they're all category specific, but they're crap and they're malware or phishing sites or actual problems, yes, disavow. But if they're non-category specific, low DR crap, until Google says, hey, there's a problem, I wouldn't disavow. But that's up to you. I wouldn't do that. No.
What I would say, Lee, is there's certain instances where I've done disavows in the past, and you've seen your rankings drop because you're pulling an element of power away, even if they are shitey links, there might still be an element of power there that's pushing you upward. But I think Google are now very good at ignoring what they want to ignore. So unless you've got a kind of manual action, I wouldn't touch it. I'd also, your second part of the question, what's the best tool or service to help validate? I'm not sure any of the tools are wholly accurate. And the reason I say that, something like SEMrush will say a link's toxic because of a kind of partial money term in the anchor text. They're automatically flagging it as toxic. So they're looking at certain things, and it doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad link, and they're flagging it up as toxic. So people then go away, disavow that shit, and then come back going, well, that disavow actually fucked my website.
I got smart.
Because a tool said it was toxic. Now, if you really want the best tool that's out there for disavowing, if you really do feel that you've bought some shit, you've got a tool like Link Research Tools, which is the creme de la creme for analyzing toxicity and everything else. A lot of the other tools out there just look at very basic metrics and decide something's toxic, whereas Link Research Tools, that's all they fucking do. And they've got their toxicity score and everything else. But even with that, I always used a guy called Rick Lomas. He had Link Research Tools. I couldn't be arsed paying for it because it was like $500 a month. I'd just go to him and say, dude, can you run a report and disavow what in your experience needs disavowed if I've had a manual action or partial penalty or whatever it may be. And he done it for less than what the monthly fee would be for Link Research Tools. So he's got the experience. He does the whole list. And I've only ever done that when I've had a partial penalty. Someone was slamming the fucking shit out of my website for 18 months and I got a partial link penalty. This was a number of years ago. I've not seen too many penalties in recent times, but Link Research Tools is probably the best tool for that, to be honest. But I would just pay Rick Lomas to do it because he's doing them all day, every day, and he's got common sense to know what to disavow and what to not disavow because he's an SEO guy that understands shit. So, yeah. So there we go. Anything to add to that, Chris?
I think you said it the best though. Like having a person that understands, take a look and analyze link by link, and not looking at a third party tool and just blankly going with it.
Yeah,
probably great advice. I really like that website auditor. I enjoy that tool. I forget what they have a bigger package, but same kind of deal where it's going to do a scrape, but you're doing a scrape yourself, not based upon a index. Yep. What's that? I have it on my machine here. What the heck is that called? They have a whole suite, SEO Power Suite.
Yeah.
I like doing a scrape with that, taking a look at the backlink profile. Ooh, that's good. And then actually analyze and look. Okay, let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. But generally, I'm not going to disavow. I'd rather just, I'd rather add the IP to the HTA access, but do whatever you want. I try not to go do Google's work for them, though. I'll tell you that much. Yeah, I don't do that.
A lot of SEO guys come in and say, I'm going to disavow this. I think a lot of that's just to make them sound like they know what they're talking about. In a lot of cases, Lee, I have seen people do disavows and it's not done shit because Google was already ignoring the links anyway. So unless, you're really being slammed or hammered or have that penalty, I wouldn't be doing Google's work for them either. But if it makes you sleep better at night or you feel that that's the appropriate action, that's what it's all about. So not trying to talk you off of it either, but yeah, just be careful what you disavow.
Can you get a list from, say, a Bangladesh link vendor, put it into a text document, and utilizing your Search Console or maybe many other Search Consoles, submit disavow based upon that list?
Probably can, yeah.
I wonder what would happen. That's interesting. Who would do something like that?
Only you.
It's weird.
What a hell of a test to try out. Some poor bastard's whole fucking business is down the toilet pan.
Send me another list, baby. And then you just go through your whole search. You got like 60 sites in there. You're just like, all right, submission. That's not funny.
You're laughing. That's shite.
That's horrible. Who would do that?
Anyway, so how would you detect cannibalization issues, Chris? And what would you do to fix it?
Generally, if it's for an actual client and we really, really care, if I have a page, let's just say I have an informational page where it's starting to also rank for a high commercial intent term and it's generating clicks inside a search console, that's when we would go to that page and then detune the page for that term. But it depends on the client. Like we're not going through every single day and looking for this stuff. Only if we're not getting the lift that we want, then we'll start to do analyzation. But as far as tools are concerned, I've been using that SEO Power Suite to help out certain things. Also, too, there was a gentleman I met. What's his name? Anyway, the logo is like a little squirrel. That tool's fresh. I was using that for a second, and then he jacked the price up. He like took away my special offer, and I was like, all right, that's how you feel. I quit using it. But that tool is cool, man. He had a sweet cannibalization tool. I forget his name. Maybe I do know, but I'm not going to say. But you know what I'm talking about? He's got a squirrel logo.
No.
It's like nut scale or something like this.
Oh,
yeah. He had a fresh tool. But also, too, if you look up right now, I'll tell you what we use inside of our agency. It's much simpler, but SEO Power Suite, there's in that website auditor, we utilize it gives you a really sweet spreadsheet to help out with that. That's what I give to Andrea. But also, too, if you look up right now for a data studio, what do they call that? It's like not a theme, but it's a template, a data studio template for cannibalization. Yeah. There's a dude, he's not well known, but he's got data studio templates. And we utilize his and it works really good for cannibalization. He's also got one for YouTube, but the one for cannibalization is sick. But that's all I got for you.
What's that guy's name?
I don't know his first name.
What's he saying?
It's a young guy, though. He's not promoting. He has an agency. I don't know his name, though. If you want to know, I'll tell you. It's, hold up a second.
I'm more thinking for our soul. Fucking holding back on his ear, Chris.
And that is it this guy right here? Oh, Ivan. I use this guy's. Ivan, I don't know this guy. Ivanhoe Digital. This guy. I have his stuff for YouTube. I use all his templates. I like his stuff, dude. I don't mind promoting him, dude. The dude's got some cool templates. You're welcome, Ivan. I don't know you, but I like your stuff, bro.
Oh, man. Ivan's had his stuff used and abused, and you've not even said hello.
Never said. Well, I paid him to be honest with you, I just went to his site just now, and it was $19. I think I paid $100, so I feel a refund coming on.
Fuck's sake, Chris.
I think I gave him $99 because he was given like a bundle. What I was after was the cannibalization, because I was using this other guy who showed me a cannibalization little hack, but I had to buy from Cert Metrics,
right,
in order to run the data tables or whatever. And that worked really cool, but I'm cheap. But Ivan figured out how to do it where it just works. I don't need to spend extra bread. So to me, it was worth the $100.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ivan.
I'm sure you got more than your money's worth out of it.
100%. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's all that matters.
And then, too, before I figured out the vidIQ crack, like his YouTube studio template was sick. And then I figured out how to switch the key in vidIQ, and then I have the pro version now, so it works very well.
Nice.
Yeah. Wait, should I have said that? Yeah. Oh well. Fix your stuff, bro.
Yeah. But guys, we still have some time left. If you've got other questions, put them in the chat. I'm also going to put something I never normally do here.
Oh, and I couldn't believe it. I went on with Jordan Pierce and like some other guys.
What
These
happened?
are good guys. These are good guys. I did a chat the other day. Oh my gosh. Does anybody know anything about what the AI SEO is?
When you say anyone,
Jordan gave me a good one though, because we were talking. The talk was initially on schema, and he said, "Hey, well, we put the entity types within the page. You don't need to use the schema." Touche, you're correct. But then they did a talk about AI. It was very interesting. I think you should watch it. It's towards the end of the video. They even did a presentation.
Cool.
I took a walk during this presentation.
So you're telling me I should watch it or shouldn't?
Do you like Dave Chappelle?
Never even heard of him.
What? Oh, all right. Forget all the SEO stuff. Go and watch Dave Chappelle immediately.
Dave Chappelle?
Yes. His old skits are hysterical. You never heard of Dave Chappelle?
Is this the American comedian and actor?
Yes.
Nah, I've never heard of him, man.
What?
I've never
This
heard.
is mind-blowing. You never heard?
Dude, why would I have heard of an American comedian?
Because he's great. He's like top shelf, one of the best to ever do it.
Nah, never.
Who's your favorite comedian?
I'm not. A lot of comedians I don't actually find funny, but there is an American guy I like, Chris Tucker. Is really funny.
He's funny. Yeah, he's funny.
I
He's
think
not Dave Chappelle funny, but he's funny.
Oh, Chris Tucker's unbeatable, man. Come on.
Well, if you like that type of humor, then you'll love Dave Chappelle.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, oh yeah, you'll like it. But you got to watch the old skits. Like, he's hysterical. He does like the blind guy. Dude, he's funny, bro. You'll love him. But anyway, I said that to like that chat reminds me of like a Dave Chappelle skit. It's very humorous.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'll watch it.
Yeah, it's good. Good stuff.
Guys, I've put a link to a GoFundMe in the chat, which I normally never do, but
I was about to say, who's that?
A friend of mine who was in the SEO space died just before Christmas. He was an SEO guy, Andy Drinkwater, passed away just before Christmas, and I put up a little post in my Facebook to raise funds for his family, basically. So I don't normally promote that type of thing, but Andy was a good friend of mine and passed away at a very young age, unexpectedly, just before Christmas. So, yeah, horrible news. I hate seeing that happen to anyone, but obviously, Andy and we done the local Chester SEO meetup. We done that for a few years and used to go to Brighton SEO and have some amazing times. So, yeah, it's there's Carlos saying no way I met him. So yeah, he died just before Christmas, Carlos. So yeah, I've put a wee GoFundMe up.
How? Health or?
I'm not entirely sure. I've been speaking to his son and his wife, but I've not actually asked that question. I'm not too sure they know, to be fair, because obviously when you die, at that time, I don't think the postmortems and stuff are done because of the holiday period. So I don't even know if they know, but his son was basically saying he was on FaceTime earlier that day talking to his kids, and then by night time he was gone. So yeah, it's just horrible to see. But he didn't have any kind of major health issues that I was aware of or anything like that. So yeah, I think the feeling I get from them all is it was just quite unexpected. So just when you're getting older and you hear these stories, you're like, geez.
I
know. So yeah. So that's what that is, guys. So I'm just putting that out there. If you want to donate, you can. If not, fair play. But yeah, he was in the SEO space, and I put out a post, and the amount of people are like, "Oh fuck," used to speak to him, and all this stuff. So yeah, I'm putting that out there because it's a horrible time. So there we go. But questions, folks. We've still got 10 minutes left. So if you've got anything you want to ask Carlos or anyone else, ask away, and we will do our best to.
And he had babies too, right?
Yeah. He's got a couple of kids, man. One's older, and I think one's relatively young. So yeah, not good. It makes you wonder. When you hear that, you're like, fuck. Because he was only 5 years or something older than me. But you're just like, Jesus Christ, man. It gives you a proper shake. So I know people die all of the time, but when it's someone like that who you've hung out with and spent a lot of time with, you're like, Jesus Christ. You just never know what's around the corner.
He used to bust my balls here and there. I used to like him. I like a good friggin' he used to bust my chops. I like that.
Yeah.
That guy.
He used to always pop in he used to pop in here now and again as well, but I think he was more prominent on Twitter. I think Twitter was his thing. But yeah, good guy. Done his audits and done all his technical stuff. So sorry to hear that news. That's all I can say.
Yeah, it's fair.
Carlos is saying he's starting to get healthier. We all need to do that instead of sitting at a computer all day. Absolutely right, Carlos. I've had my own ups and downs with my health. So in the past few years, so yeah, I'm taking health a lot more
seriously. That guy's name's Carlos too?
Carlos, yeah. Carlos McKenna.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, sorry. No, Dennis. Sorry, I've read that wrong.
Okay, because I'm like, dang, how many Carloses do we know here?
Oh, Dennis, okay. Sorry. Dennis is saying he's starting to get healthier. And Chris likes...
How many guys does freaking Craig know? Freak. I know screen names.
Dude, I know so many people in this industry. It's fucking scary, man. Dude, I could tell you people's fucking family, relatives, and everything. Like, just when you're watching certain people in the industry doing shit, and then you watch their shit, and then you see their fucking family, and you join the dot, and you're like, oh, that must be the sister. Dude, it's a weird industry we work in, because you start to then familiarize. You're like, I know his fucking nan. He doesn't even know who I am, but I know his fucking nan and everything.
Chris loves a good ball busting. It's true.
It's fucking weird, but Carlos, and this is Carlos this time.
Yeah, this one's Carlos. Yeah.
How do you test on GMBs when you don't want to test on a clients of your own? I'll let you explain this. Donors is Chris's favourite word. Fucking Slaughter hijacks that. That Slaughter uses that all the time. Oh yeah, I've got this little donor GMB.
A little donor. Yeah. It's a nice way of saying you find a donor, somebody that's a blatant loser across the board. A donor, Carlos. And you used to be in the group. You know about donors. I did not coin this. I think it was this guy, Mark. Yes. No, I think he's the one that showed.
Yeah, let's blame Slaughter.
Yep, thank you.
Fucking motherfucker that he is.
It was him.
So you're looking for a fucking born loser. Take their GMB and do what you like with it.
Yep, absolutely. And then sometimes, yeah, yes. And then too, there was another gentleman, Jensen, put me on to, there was a tool, WD3 Lead Finder.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really nice for finding the websites. So then you can also purchase the websites, and then you can acquire the GBP, and then you can utilize that as a donor. Or another personal favorite of mine is, if you really want to test too, it's easy to set up test case donors for service area business. Those are also fun. A helpful hint for you service area businesses out there, if you've made it this far, what I would highly recommend is find a pizzeria or something that has a lot of foot traffic. And when you set up your service area businesses, set it in the same area or vicinity as those businesses with foot traffic, and Google will give you as if you're getting the same type of visibility. And this is a really good way to show up for your key terms. Like you're not going to rank 10 miles out, but instead of getting your 0.7 mile radius, you could get a much higher radius depending on the niche and where it's located. But you'll get on the board. It won't just vanish. Like you won't have to search for the brand. You'll actually show up for keywords by having that visibility, that foot traffic. It works very, very well. And then if you can't get it in the same building, you can put it in the street. That's all I have to say. That's my nugget for today.
His nugget.
Your little nugget. Yep.
Thank you, Dennis, for the kind words. But other questions, guys, before we wrap up? Anything you want to ask, feel free to throw it, even if it's an awkward question. Chris is quite happy. He likes the awkward ones.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, well, thank
Some shit.
Learn a lot from you both. Well, thank you. I try. I learned a lot from lots of people.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. Learning from a variety of different people that are out there, and take all those little nuggets and go with the flow. Yeah.
Try it, see what works.
That's the thing. Most people don't deploy it or try it. They just say, that can't be right. Chris is foolish. Chris is talking about fucking, dropping a GMB in the same street as someone who gets high foot. What a lot of shit. Go try it. And then you can say it's a lot of shit. Come back on and say, you fucking lying motherfucker. I tried that and it didn't work. But they never do that, do they?
Some.
Yeah. Actually, I had a consultancy call today. And I'm not going to give away the niche or the strategy, but someone wanted to know a kind of black hat thing. And when I explained it and everything, he's like, Craig, if it's that easy, why is everyone not doing it? And I'm like, I don't fucking know. There's just sometimes I pinch myself going, I don't even believe it works, but it does. And the guy's like, fuck me. So simple. But, and I was able to demonstrate that it did work. And the guy's like, what's wrong with everyone? Why is no one else doing it? Or people are doing it, but not on the scale you would imagine. And I'm just like, people like to talk too much and don't deploy or try shit. So more fool them.
100%.
So, yeah.
No question. I implore you to go to a location that gets foot traffic and create a service area business, though. Try it. Let me know how it works.
Dennis Reynolds is saying, what's the best way to expand Google Map rankings?
So proximity based upon key term, by getting traffic from the longitude and latitudes that you're tracking specifically, I would believe is going to be the number one best way. So if I'm showcasing and basing my performance based upon a grid, circular or square, then wouldn't I be generating impressions and clicks from those longitude and latitudes? Wouldn't I be sharing those points as well? Wouldn't I say those same zips and counties and states within the pages that I have? In my personal opinion, getting traffic and impressions from those specific longitude and latitudes is the way to expand that proximity barrier. But go try it. Enjoy yourself. Oh, but I can't repeat the same IP on the same longitude and latitude over and over. So there's that too. Do I have an SEO checklist?
In his brains, maybe.
You know what my favorite is? I see some of this new stuff is the complete local SEO course, 12 minutes. Oh my God. I saw one before and I think it was like 16 minutes. I almost just fell over laughing. Or I love these checklists. It's almost like the local SEO checklist, what you're asking for is my itemized play for the way that I earn. I do not have that written out. However, I do have checklists that will be more generalized that would be great for sharing. These are just principles and foundations that are good for SEO. But like, okay, I do this, I do this, I do this, I do this. Who in their right mind would share that? There's an old saying, the game is to be sold and not told. But no, I think the foundations are always the same though.
Yeah. Hopefully that
helps a little bit.
Insight, Dennis. But yeah, be careful with checklists and who's giving them out and what their motive is for giving that out. So I'm not saying everyone's at it, but a lot are. And thank you, Carlos. And we do try our best. Richest Domains has said, hope to send an email soon regarding the list of service type domains, if okay. Not plumber. Happy New Year all. Yep, send them that, Richest Domains.
Oh yeah, and I'm looking right now. We are on the hunt, most notably. I don't know if you run your domains through Majestic or SEMrush, but if you do, to save some work, if the price is right, $50 or less. What we're looking for right now, and we'll buy 100 or two, but we're looking for construction maintenance domains right now. But they have to be category specific, 50 to 100 referring domains that are construction maintenance specifically. And then two, the base category. So when you go inside SEMrush and you put the domain in, you know, like sometimes it might have 100 referring domains, but SEMrush hasn't categorized the site yet.
Yeah.
Right. So it has to be categorized, construction maintenance. And then when I look at the referring, I'm looking for construction maintenance. And we're snapping up. We're on a buying spree right now for those particular types currently. And we're on a buying spree. We're buying a lot. We're looking for very particular niches. I'm looking for law, real estate, construction maintenance, category specific right now. So if you have those, but I don't want to pay an arm and a leg. Like I'm looking to spend $100 or less for something. And it doesn't have to be like crazy amounts of links, but it needs to be categorized. Yeah. That's what we're looking for right now. And we have the budget right now. So send me the list. founder@chrispalmer.org or team@chrispalmer.org. And then if you want a really fast response, go to support@greyhatseo.com. But send it to me, founder@chrispalmer.org. And if you could put those two in there, it will hurry me up to buying faster if you categorize them for me. Like say, okay, here's the ones I got. Like I could just buy and then give me a deal. Like if I buy 100 of them, can you give me a deal? You know?
I'm sure you'll work out something.
Yeah, we can work out something. I can work out something. I'm ditching. I have a lot. We're going to save about 50 out of the 900 that I have. I had a public blog network where we're killing them all off, but 50. I'm keeping those because they're bangers. And now we're looking to add more, some new fresh inventory.
Always about the fresh inventory.
Is it?
Yeah. Can't have the same shit, man.
Is there any other sites like Flippa?
Nah. Flippa,
like there's like a little gold mine over there, but it's so far and few.
Yeah, Flippa let any motherfucker on there. That's the problem. So there's a lot of fucking dog shit and a lot of stuff that's inflated and fucked around and jackasses doing their shit. Nah, there's not really, to be honest. Nah. I mean, there's some Facebook groups and stuff where guys will sell shit. But other than that, I don't know of another Flippa as such.
Do you know any ICANN scrapers?
No, but you should speak to Callan. He probably is your man to ask that question to.
I want to talk to him bad. Is he? Yeah, you know what? That's
Callan. Callan is a fucking beast with all that shit, man. If that can be scraped, that motherfucker will be the man to
oh yeah, I like getting with I love purchasing with him.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's got stuff that's sitting dormant. He's got so much stuff, so much inventory, so I can't. Yeah, who freaking knows what he's got going on?
No, dude, he could. I think the last time I spoke to him, was in Chiang Mai, and I think it's 200,000 domain names he's got kicking around. 200 fucking thousand. So it's not rookie numbers. But Dennis says the ultimate complete insane SEO checklist in 3 steps. If it only existed, man. If only.
That's in three easy steps. I love that. A way to rank in 2026.
Yeah.
8-minute video. I love these guys. My personal favorite, you watch it. Oh my, never mind. I could go on for days. I'm staying positive.
Here's a question from Dennis. $1 million question, Dennis. How can you find domains that went public for non-payment? People that didn't renew domains, especially in specific niches like plumbing, electrical, etc. I've got a fucking theory on this. I am almost sure those bastards at GoDaddy just swoop them up and ping them out at a couple of grand a pop. If they know a domain's had traffic and has got value, I firmly believe that those fuckers snoop it up themselves. Because obviously they can scrape that shit themselves internally, but I don't know of a tool where you or I could scrape that shit for non-payment.
Ooh, well, okay, that's fair. There's tools.
I mean, you can scrape certain things, but you wouldn't know if something was or not. Obviously, you can see things have not been renewed, and then it goes through, the kind of renewal fee and all that kind of stuff, and you can watch for it to drop. Of course, you can do shit like that, but
that's been the new play. Like, auctions are fun. That's like guys like us but we've been watching the pending deletes has been the new play forever.
Yeah.
You just pay that premium because no matter what, So, but because no matter what, even if they don't pay, it still has to go through the process. So, how do I get it before it goes to everybody else?
Yeah.
And delete.
He's saying this has happened within a day of non-payment. That shouldn't happen.
Crazy.
A day. You normally get numerous reminders. You're going to lose this. You're going to lose this. You're going to lose this. Now, I let go of some domain names, just domains I wasn't using, and I still even get warned. This is going. This is going. This is your last chance. This is your last chance. So you are preempted numerous times before someone can pounce on it. So for a day of non-payment and your domain's just been fucking left to go to the wolves that are out there, I'm not sure the hosting company's done the right thing there by doing that.
Man, so I don't want to mention where, but you saw there's like 240 billion websites total.
Yeah.
Right? And then there's sites that have them itemized, okay, .com, .net, .org. And then what they have is they have the whole list of every domain that's registered and unregistered. And then they're watching. You think that's how they're doing it?
Probably.
Have you seen these sites?
Yeah.
Before, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And I think that's how they're, like, the Callens of the world are grabbing these bad boys. They're on it.
These guys, they've got their own custom scrapers and tools and ways of looking at shit. And even in the UK, they've got nominate licenses, so they can ping this motherfucker as soon as it drops and grab it. Drop catching and all that stuff. It's obviously different for a .com, but
what is that license called?
Nominate. That's the governing body of domain names in the UK.
So that's like the ICANN or whatnot?
Yeah. So you get a license for that, but he's literally got hundreds of them. And when a domain's literally about to drop, because they know in the UK, there's the 60 odd days redemption. You've got 60 days to renew it, and then it takes a few more days for it to be released to the public. So it's like 62, 63 days or whatever it is. But they know the exact fucking time, and there's going to be lots of fucking animals doing the same. But he's got that many nominate accounts that by brute force, he's getting that domain name.
I'm gonna get that bad boy.
So you just can't fucking keep up with that guy with the setup he's got. And obviously it costs a lot of money because those nominate licenses are something like $1,000 a year to get. So I don't know what it is for ICANN and stuff like that. Obviously different countries have got different rules and regulations and timings and everything, but that motherfucker is a fucking beast. And I used to, that was one of my dream jobs, Chris. I always wanted to be a drop catcher. I'm like, I need to learn this shit.
That's a sweet job.
I want that fucking job. But I could never get my head around it, and no one would give up the exact fucking way that they were doing it. And I get that. I get why. But dude, that would be the dream job. Just waiting to fucking pounce like a vulture, just like waiting. And then
the premiums.
Yeah.
Because that's like easy money in, money out. You never have to touch anything. Like that's a sweet gig.
But I decided in the end it was just much easier to pay these guys
that's what I do.
Quid. Yeah. Dude, this is the one I want. Go fucking get it. Don't take the fucking pants off me, and we can do business. So yeah, it's that actually happened to me. CraigCampbell.co.uk. One of the drop catchers I use, he messaged me saying, Craig, that's going to drop next week. Do you want me to grab it for you?
Yeah.
He said, is 200 okay? And I'm like, sure, it's fucking okay. You
perfect. Yeah.
Give me it now.
Give me that.
But I still can't get that bastard to sell me the .com, the CraigCampbell.com. But
I feel you. I know. I know those pains. I know.
Yeah.
I know. But you could torture them for $500. Whoever owns it.
I don't agree with this, Richest Domains. GoDaddy stock has gone way down. Does that mean domains are not a good investment with AI now? I think, if anything, domains are fucking becoming ever more popular, if anything. So I wouldn't necessarily agree with that statement. You're still going to need a website, whether you use AI, whether AI is a thing. Websites are still going to be a thing. Information needs to be pulled from somewhere, and if anything, keyword-rich domain names, when you're feeding the LLMs, are becoming more and more important. So I don't see the value of a domain going down. If anything, I can only see it going up. It's in particular, well-established ones with power, authority, or keyword-rich domain names, I think, are making a bit of a comeback as well. So,
when is Safari and Apple? Yeah, like the Androids and the Google, they have that on lock. I'm wondering if Google could get in cahoots with Safari and iPhone.
They'll never get in cahoots, surely.
If they did that, though, it'd be over. Like, whatever's on this little device, that's it. That's what's going to win it, I think.
Yeah.
Well, let's be honest here before we end this. How much, other than your business and replacing mundane tasks, nothing of creativity, just repetitive, really stuff that I was paying overseas to do. Other than that, for your searching, like how much has AI how much has it influenced your day-to-day life?
It's not.
Not at all.
No.
Okay, me neither.
No, but I think a lot of people are panicking about AI. Now, we're not changing that much. I'm not going on to ChatGPT. Yes, I use ChatGPT for certain things, but not for general searching. I'm still doing the same shit, Google stuff, YouTube stuff, whatever. And we know we are in this industry. It's going to take the general public a lot longer to adapt to AI as well, because some of these fuckers don't even know what ChatGPT or AI is. So.
Well, and two, I'm sorry, but like you've seen those little blue and green graphs before, like when they're measuring interest.
Yeah.
Remember, like the yellow page interest when the internet came.
Yeah.
When the internet came out, it was like this.
Yeah.
And just kept going and going and going and going and going. Yeah. With AI, it's just like this now. See, when the internet first came and Google first came, it never plateaued ever.
Yeah.
Always just went up. That's not what we're seeing with like I think it's going to take a very long time for the general public to switch up. I
Yeah.
mean, when somebody wants to do a search, what are they doing? If they have an idea or something they need, they're going to Google. It's going to take a long time, at least for, and plus, I hope it does. This is my
Yeah.
business. I want it to take as long as the world needs.
I mean, it's not going to be
Time, boys.
SEO's dead in 2026 or anything. You know, websites are dead. AI's taking over the world. I think a lot of that's just scaremongering and whatever else. So I think you'll be all right, Rich. Just
Yeah. Good way
you
to pitch new service, though.
yeah.
A good twist on the same old thing. It's cool. I like these new agencies.
And Richest, you're right. Service domains will be needed for many years. So sell them all to Palmer. Grab his money and run.
At least in the next 5 years, I need category specific. Come see me, please. I need those. Definitely for the next 2 years. Even this year. I'm cool. Come see me. I'm a buyer. We'll pontificate about next year.
Yeah.
But for now, I need those.
But guys, we are out of time.
Yep.
But thank you for all the questions and everyone taking part.
Here.
And we'll catch you at the same time next week.